Hello and welcome to another not Maple Park Zoo. This is new zoo. This is Oakwood Conservation Park. This is going to be. Um, so yeah, we're gonna start building here in a second. But this is our franchise zoo. That's something franchise. I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of conservation credits, but um, in this we're going to be doing only animals that are endangered. So like conservation status, endangered. So, endangered or critically endangered. So any of these animals are the only ones we will be doing in this zoo. And yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty fun. And obviously no mods because mods don't work in franchise mode, but yeah, so yeah, we have a bunch of animals to work with. But before we start building, I do want to figure out which one we're gonna start with. And I might as well just do that now. I believe I do have some animals in Trade Center, but I'm not gonna use these guys. Yeah, all these guys are not gonna be used. I'm gonna try and stick realistic, so I'm gonna start kind of small. And maybe grow big. So let's restart all filters. Let's look here first. So we have the conservation pack just came out, but all the animals in it are kind of like very endangered, and it's not a zoo isn't gonna start with them. And this is gonna be kind of the animal we're kind of starting with. African penguins, yes. I could definitely see a zoo starting with these guys. Our leopards, bears, tapir, definitely not in America. Black and white ruff lemurs, really only. Wow, I did not know that, huh? These guys as well. I definitely could see a zoo starting with. They're super common here in America. Bonobo, definitely not. Chinese pangolin, no, definitely not. Dole, no. None of those. That's not that. Definitely not any of these. Not that. Red panda, definitely not a starter for a zoo. I don't know. They're not extremely easy to get. Red lemur, yes, I could probably see that. Ringtail lemur as well. Wow, I did not know. These guys were all endangered. Simon, definitely not. And then lions and tigers. Yeah, zoos in America do get them. But it's not like they're ethically sourced, so they're not. And then wild water buffalo, I could kind of see that, but I'm kind of leaning towards what was it? The African penguin. I don't know. I do like starting with them. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with the African penguin. Okay, so let's go ahead and buy some. Now I want to spend less than 300 conservation credits. So African penguin, whole bunch here. Sort by price. So we'll do 1, 2. Come on, go through. Good. 3, and then 4, 5, and 6. And I believe that's good for them. I think they need 6 to 500. Perfect. So we're ready to kind of start working on the actual zoo itself. We only have $33,000 cash though. So we're gonna have to be a bit careful with that. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's get started on this. So yeah, we'll see you guys at the end of the time lapse. Okay, so we are back. In the time lapse, we are building the entrance for Pinewood. I think I said it wrong. I think I said Oakwood. I meant Pinewood. I didn't mean Pinewood. I meant Spruce Wood. Let me change it to Pinewood because Pinewood sounds better. So yeah, Pinewood Zoo. And yeah, we're building an entrance. So the entrance for this, I was just walking around like a random town, and I found there was a building there. I was like, oh, that's kind of a cool building. So I was like, that's why don't I use that as a plan to do stuff? So that's what I ended up doing. Work as zoo entrance. So that's kind of where I got my inspiration behind this. But yeah, we're kind of just building this. It's gonna have kind of an overhang. This is very this is not with the finished product. Like I do change up a significant amount. But I do like how it comes out. It turns out very, very well, in my opinion. So that's good. As you can see, we're kind of we added a little bit of glass thing there, and that's kind of allowing us to that's gonna be a gift shop, I believe. So you can kind of see out and you can see in and stuff. I don't know. I just like it. So, and then here we're adding this. So this is kind of a bit of an overhang. It's tall. It's very tall. I don't know. I like it, but it still is kind of tall. But I don't hate it though. So I'm gonna keep it. And yeah. So I didn't have the roof now. I decided to make a flat roof here, and then we're gonna put some gravel on it. And I want to make it at some point like a planted roof, but we are not. But by the time I was like, let's make a plant roof, it's like we're running out of money. So that is why I didn't make a plant roof. So if you guys can understand that. But yeah, so we're kind of just making this. I wanted to make it kind of curved, but I figured out. I didn't even remember if I figured. I didn't. So I just decided we're gonna add that. So I wanted to make it curved. I think it would have looked better curved, but it just there was no piece that would work. So we're kind of stuck with this. So, but you know what? We'll work with it because it's fine. And yeah. But no, I do like how it turns out. It does turn out very well, very very well. I'm taking a break. I think I actually looked at the building. I forget what it's called, but I remember when Nicole was making this, but I don't remember what it was called now. So, but I think I looked it up here, and that's what I'm kind of looking for. Because the overhang a bit, I did want to change a bit because I didn't like how it was so like. It wasn't enough of an angle, so we did change that up a bit, and you'll see that in a bit. But I have to look at a few reference pictures, and that's why you don't see what I'm doing. Also the reason we're sure you guys are seeing it. So actually here we go. I'm changing it now, so I made it a bit steeper, and then like I feel like that looks a bit better. I don't know. I just like that a bit better than I did the other one. And then kind of make that a bit. I didn't actually do that. I thought I was going to, but I didn't. But whatever. And then let's see. So we're gonna add the whole front of it because I don't want it to be open. And then we'll end up adding in the whole the side of it too. In other news for the channel, this is not for like other zoo series and stuff. ZSU is gonna get a video likely this week. I do have plans to make a video this week. And then I'm gonna talk about kind of there's an event going on right now. It was announced today, and it's called. I'm not gonna say what it's called because it's interesting. But it's basically where you have to make there's a certain zoo, I forget what it's called. I think it's, which zoo was it? They were talking about it on the server, but they wanted so they want us to make like a integrated a terrarium into like a guest facility, so like a bathroom or something along those lines. And so I think that's kind of a cool idea, but I have some plans and I want to make a video on it. And I want to do a lot of stuff with it, more than just more than just the thing itself, the enclosure itself. So that'll be cool, and that'll come out within the next few days, hopefully. If I depends on when I get it done, because it's gonna take a while. To just make the stuff itself, I have to edit the whole building that I made, because the lighting is just so bad in there. I have to redo, and then I have to add a restroom. I have to add a gift shop. I have to add and then I have to make my the food section, or a food. I don't know what I'm gonna call it yet. A food amenity. I don't know. But it'll be fun. It'll look cool, and I'm excited for it. So this is what we had in the original, right? We had kind of just this thing, this kind of cube here, and then I was like, this isn't very big, and I want to have a gift shop in here. I want to have an education center in here. I want to have a decent amount of stuff in here, and there isn't like enough space for that. I want to have a staff facility in here too, so I ended up expanding it a bit. And it was super easy to expand, because all I had to do was just select everything and then duplicate it like 5 times, so that was nice. And I did have to kind of play with the rocks a bit, because you can see there's a bit of lines there, so we do that. I just duplicate this across, so super easy fix. But yeah, and then we're going to kind of so we're gonna just kind of edit that so it's a bit better, a bit more cohesive. This is the Zen Pebbles, so it was originally a prop on the game, but it was like, it was hidden or something, I don't know. It was hidden, but it's still in the game file, so if you go to the Steam Workshop and you subscribe to, there's a blueprint there. If you subscribe to that, it'll give it to you, and you can use them, so I don't know. So it's like, it's weird. They're in the, it's just weird. I don't know. But now we're adding the door itself, so you can get in, because it's important to be able to get into a building. I haven't been to a building today. You can't put the door on, so we had to add a door. Yeah. So I do like it. I do like how it turns out. I don't do a whole lot of theming on like the inside, because again, we're running out of money. I do want to add a gift shop, but gift shops can be very piece intensive, and for a franchise zoo, one plushie can cost $30,000. So they work better for if you number one, if you have not a lot of money to spare, or number two, like once we want to get like up to the millions, I can see us adding a gift shop with like plushies and all that stuff. Otherwise, I just don't see it. Or it could, I don't really see that happening. So, unless you have a bunch of money. So maybe if we get a bunch of money, we will do it. And we do, and I think we're gonna do pretty well. So far we're doing very well. It is hard mode, but we are still making. What do we make per minute? Or for per year, we are right. So after I did run it a bit afterwards, because after the time lapse, it kind of cuts to further. I wanted to get all the guest stuff and enrichment and all that stuff done before. You guys would have seen it, because it was super boring stuff. But you guys will see the finished project, and then we do some little bits of edits and stuff. But at that point, we are making like anywhere from $16,000, about $16,000 a year, which is a lot. Not a whole lot, but it's a decent amount. For one animal, it's a lot. To be fair, a real zoo would not make that, but this isn't a real zoo. But yeah, so we just finished the staff facility. I do want to go in, again, edit, make it look a bit better, but again, we are kind of crunched for money. We're basically halfway through, I believe. Sorry, I sneezed. But we're like halfway through our money, so, I don't want to do a whole lot of detailing, so that's kind of it. Again, if it were like our sandbox, I would have done it, but it's not a sandbox, so adding the door handles. I don't even know what I'm doing right now, but I selecting the door and then duplicating it, because I wanted this to be like you walk through and you walk out. So that's why. And then I want to have maybe one exhibit in here, probably the little like zip boxes. At the end of the episode, we will talk about what we're gonna add next. So right now we're adding African penguins, but what's gonna be added after we add them is being kind of talked about now. It'll be talked about in the end of the video. I'm leaning towards lemurs. We changed it in the beginning of the episode. We did say we said that it was going to be endangered and critically endangered animals only. But we did change that. So it's also vulnerable. And I think that's probably better. And it gives us a little bit more options. And still, vulnerable species don't necessarily have like a whole lot more. So that'll give us a bit more options into as to animals we can get. So any vulnerable animals. I didn't even see it. We can get Ascos. Asian snorkeler otters. Those would be cool too. So we talk about lemurs in the end, but I also think Ascos would work. Asian snorkeler otters would work too. I've never had them in any of my zoos. I did have them in Maple Park, who was a state stand-in for North American river otters, but I've never built for Ascos themselves. Asian snorkeler otters. Ascos is what they're usually kind of called. So yeah, Ascos would be fun to have. And then again, we're also trying to like go off of like a normal zoo, how it would progress. So not like it's not gonna get lions right now, because number one, we don't have conservation credits for that. But number two, it's just not a kind of progression. But we added wood trim. I was talking for a bit long, but yeah, we added the wood trim around it. We're gonna get more inspiration right now, but wood trim was added because that's I don't know. I like it when stuff is like kind of trimmed because it looks a bit better. Do we even do anything like between now and like when we cut to the I don't even know. So I think I ran out of time to do this, and then I had to restart afterwards. So I think that's what happens. Either that, or I just like I'm done with this, which is something I do a lot too. But yeah, I do like how this turns out. You can this is kind of what it looks like. Yeah, like we're doing anything until. But Nick, where we are? I don't know. I was reading. I was reading. I was looking at something. And I was like, I gotta see what the African penguin depth requirement is. Oh, that's what I was looking for. Yeah. Just someone on the Discord server, the DCSU Discord server was needing something, so I was checking out. I was gonna say, what was I doing? But yeah, sorry, it was a bit blank for no reason, but whatever. So we added kind of a fence. So we're gonna you don't have to go through the building to get into the zoo. You can go outside, but I don't know why I'd go the outside if you can go inside the building. I don't know. It's just better from the building, I think. But yeah, so we kind of finish adding the kind of trim to around this doorway. And then, do we skip over the penguin habitat? We do, don't we? Crap, okay. Well, we do skip over the penguin habitat, so you guys will see the finished product of that, I believe. Or no, we don't. No, we don't skip over it. Sorry, I thought we skipped over it, but we don't. So, duh. Sorry. But we'll get into that in a few, in a little bit. So now what we're adding is the Douglas fir. So this is going to be the reason it's called Pinewood Zoo is because we have a bunch of Douglas fir trees. Why, I don't know, but we do. So yeah, so that'll be pretty cool. And we can't make it a bit mulched, so it looks a bit better. I don't know, I think so. It looks a bit better. And now we're kind of so we add the mulch. It's a huge bed, and it allows us to add the trees. I do have to add. Did I shrink the grass? I did. Good, because I was like that looked kind of bad. And then you add a bit of a curb on the outside. Because if you don't add a curb, it doesn't look very nice. I gotta fix it too. I forgot about that. But we'll do that. And I think it looks terrible, honestly. So that's that. And then we're gonna cut to our penguin enclosure in the near future. And I believe this gets cut. Yeah, it does. Yep. So we're here now. And then we're building the actual penguin enclosure. So this is going to have the actual, like, the penguin itself, the penguins themselves. And it comes out really nice. I do like how it comes out. We're going to do a little bit of it real time. So we're going to edit some of it real time. This episode does run a bit long, I'm sorry. Because it, for reasons, it just, I don't know, it just does. Franchise mode usually does that. So I apologize for that, but hopefully, you might enjoy it. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, so we're kind of working with the path right now. So I'm predicting the path to, like, go in, but, like, just bordering the edge of it, but I also can connect to the original path, so that took a bit of, effort, but I think it comes out okay. And I do like how it turns out. But it does take a bit of, like, finessing it, so it just gets in the right thing, and then, but it comes out rather well. So now we're going to add the rocks themselves. So this is the enclosure itself, and it's gonna be an underwater viewing here, and then you can walk up on a path and you can get, like, an overhead viewing, down into the enclosure, like see the ones that land in babies, because babies don't swim. So, but I'm trying to, like, play with the height of it, make sure it's nice. And so I have to, you can see I'm adding more rocks, and then we're playing with the terrain here. So I want it to be deep. I want it to be able to see it has to be 2 meters deep for the penguin to be able to dive. And I didn't want it to be at, like, above eye level. I wanted it to be, it does end up being above eye level, but I didn't want it to be, like, super tall, and it's not. You do see, like, some of the back, which is what I wanted. The water sim is very limiting because you can only do it at meter intervals, so you can't do it like 1.5 meters. It's got to be 1 meter above the ground level, or 2, or 3, or 4, not 3.5. So it's very limiting as to what you can build without. I wish they were to change that, but I doubt that they are. But you can see, we're adding, so it's going to be like, that's going to be raised up, so you can see the edge of it, so you're, like, say you're below it, and it's come out pretty well. Obviously this is a conservation center, so we do make a backstage for them, and it's kind of, like, made so it fits the animals' needs very well, so we have, like, 96% welfare, which is really good, which is a goal. So I'm trying to figure out where the water or the terrain height needs to be for it to work the best. And I come to this, and I realize it doesn't have enough, like, space, so, do we not build anything else? No, we don't. Okay, well, you guys will see the rest of it, right about, now, so I'll see you guys then. Okay, so we are back, from the time lapse. I think you guys get to see the rest of it, and yes, it has changed to it. I did do a bunch of it off camera, including, like, just get the staff stuff in, and I did a bit of decorating off camera. I'm sorry, I know, I did most of it off camera, I'm sorry about that. But the penguins were being, like, very meaty. Oh, we gotta, call mechanic to both of these. What the heck? Okay. But we do have our penguins in here, so what's the water quality in here? I don't think it's that bad. But yeah, so we have our penguins in here. So we have 6 adults, and we have I believe 6 babies too as well. Right? So it's all in here actually. So 1, 2, 4 babies in there. Yeah. Because you have 2 children. You have 2 children. You have 2 different. Hang on, what the heck? Not you. What the heck? I can't find the 2 children of that one. This isn't right. Duxulo? Is it in the trade center? Did do that one first thing? No, it didn't. I don't have 2 articles in there. They're, like, being weird. I tried. Quick trade. Oh, I had a thing still there, so that's okay. problem with that, but whatever. And then let's see what else we got. So I don't know what the penguin thing is. How many penguins do we have in here then? Can you just tell me? 10 penguins in here. Okay, that's kind of weird. I don't know. Who's your mate? Oh, you're a female. You're expecting an officer male. Gotcha. That makes more sense. Okay. That's okay. I get that. Oh, they fixed it. Great. But yes, we have all of our penguins. They're all going back outside because it was raining before. Now it's not. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and KO these guys because these guys are super cool. I do really like the guys, and it is very loud. Let me turn it down a bit. That's like very loud. Sorry about that. But yeah, these guys are super cool. But yeah, I do enjoy how this habitat came out, and then I also I'll show you how the buildings turned out, because I do like the buildings as well. But you guys can, I think you guys probably already saw that a bit. So but yeah, no, I do like how this turned out. Why don't I go check out the building actually as well? This is the building, so it's a bit open right now. It's a bit loud in here. But yeah, it's very open right now. Obviously, we use this kind of thing over here. This is gonna be a gift shop here. We're gonna have like the education center over here, and then I don't know, we have the rest of it. But I do like how it turned out. I like it. I don't know. I think it looks pretty good. And then this is the reason we're called. I get to the time of sermon. But yeah. So in the time I was talking about what animals we can get next, right? What's a logical next step for our zoo? Let's go ahead and open up the thing because. I forget, I was talking about, what was I saying that I did think was kind of cool. Concentration status, critically endangered, do all 4 of these. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I was leaning towards, oh right, Ascos, I wanted to do it, Asian small clawed otters. So I might do those, because I'm leaning towards that, but let me know what you guys think. I won't build this next episode until, like, a while, or not a while, but, like, at least a day after this video's come out, so, I won't build the next habitat. I might do a little bit of theming work, but I'm not gonna build out a whole entire habitat, so, again, let me know what you guys think we should add, because I do want to hear you guys' opinions. Leave it in the comments, because yeah, I think that's gonna be pretty. The next whatever I add is gonna be pretty cool. But again, it's gotta be something reasonable. So it can't be like add a jaguar because that makes no sense. Because a zoo isn't just gonna be a conservation center isn't gonna be able to start out with a jaguar, right? It doesn't have enough money. Doesn't have enough. Yeah, just doesn't have enough money to buy it. Doesn't have enough money to care for it. So just don't do anything too crazy. But you can do some. Just stuff that makes sense. And it's got to be it's got to be either vulnerable or forward. Yeah. But these things are super cool. I do like how they guide and stuff. It's the guest's view. Let's go to this one. This is better. Like that's cool. Okay, let me go into explore mode. I feel like that's gonna look better. What the heck was that? There we go. So this is guest view. Which is this. So yeah, you can see him swimming. And then over here is the other window you can see him. You can also see him up there, and then you can come over here, and you can see it over here, and you can kind of see them like on the shore, on the babies and stuff. And then education, and then down here is the building and stuff, and there's the kind of Douglas fir pine forest thing. I don't know what to call it, but I do think it came out pretty nice. So I do like this so far. But yeah, again, like let me know. Oh, we're about to get some baby penguins, but yeah, let me know what you guys think you should get in the next episode. And yeah, I can't wait to see you guys then. So until then, You know, have a wonderful day. If you want to see the next episode, definitely subscribe. We also have our other series, which is Maple Park Zoo. That is a ZSU Zoo. So if you want to check that out, definitely subscribe because that one's super cool. ZSU is like a roleplay server, but it's franchise but better. So it's like a more management focused franchise mode. I don't know, and it is really fun to do. So that is our other series in the channel. So definitely go check that out if you want to. And subscribe because that's another episode that coming out in the very near future as soon as I post the stuff, which is gonna take a while, but I think it'll definitely be worth it. So also we'll have a little bit of an update video coming out within the next day or two. So yeah, that'll be fun. But yeah, so I will see you guys in the next episode. Yeah, I will see you then. See ya.